Last man?
Yeah, unless I can, yeah, I really don't see how, to be honest with you.
Alright, you count us down.
Ruby, run down. Unreal big.
I might as well just use the rest of them.
Yeah.
Nobody that matter,
Yeah, might as well.
Alright, 3, 2, 1, go.
You know what? Let me actually post this in the chat so these niggas don't bitch.
Gotcha. Good luck to you, man. I'll let you after the game.
Alright, man. Good luck to you too, bro. Is he making enough for you? Alright. Alright.
Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy as it'll be the AFC champions taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with the man who has had to stick with me all season long, Charles Davis. And Charles, the anticipation, the hype, the media coverage, all in the rearview mirror now. We can finally get down to playing some football.
Yeah, don't worry about that part. I'll ride or die with you anytime. You know that. But here's the best thing about this. Everyone talks about trying to keep things normal as they approach for Super Bowl. There is no such thing as normal. The pageantry, the hype, all of that is more intense than anyone could ever imagine. What you're trying to do is embrace it in one way and make sure it doesn't totally knock you off your game. That's why the night before the big one, teams often switch hotels, try and give those guys that last chance to breathe a little bit before they go out and play.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. That'll be caught by Rice. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to fire one. Deep left side. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Damn, bro.
Derwin James with a pick.
Okay.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Hey, 15. Let's go, defenses. Get out the field.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Third and 7. Oh, yeah! Yellow! I go, Lou, lady! I got you. Under 10. 10. Hey, 43, 15. Attack!
Mahomes now to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 32 on the play.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong run.
I'm ready, Vic.
To the right reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
2nd and 6.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Mike 54. Mike 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Right now in the second quarter on the defensive side, they got to feel pretty good about what they're doing.
They should embrace the feeling they have now, embrace the way that they're playing, and continue that through the half. I know defensive coordinators, sometimes they overthink it. You start wondering,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And pressure gets to him again. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike. Let's 15. Let's get off the room. Let's get off the field. Check out read.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is McCaffrey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Watch the run. Check 9. Whip.
Now Mahomes. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Right there. 56.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And some room to work. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is right through. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Charger drive about to get going. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54.
You better be ready. 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And Diggs has
How
it.
you not pick
His
that
second
off,
catch
bro?
of the Super Bowl, and
Come
it's good
on,
enough for
B.
a first down.
That nigga threw it
Now,
to
that was
everybody's
pretty. They
coverage.
executed that curl
Good
route
shit.
versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a better game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Check 4. Check 4. Set.
Here we go with McCaffrey. Woo! And he gets it down
That was
to
hot.
48.
That was hot. That was a
for
good
the
one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And this will be
Come
incomplete.
on, hit.
Physical play.
That's
on the
your
football
pig,
there
bro.
at 2nd down.
That's your time to
We saw
sign in the
this a lot in the
Super
first
Bowl,
half, and
B.
it continues.
Good
These
shit,
receivers
good
just
shit.
not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Check. Crunch. Watch safety green. Watch safety green. Safety green. Right side.
McCaffrey. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Slam.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that right there is something we've seen, I don't know, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like you saw there. I don't know, the rhythm seems off. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check. 36. Motion, I got one.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete.
Woo!
Good effort there
Oh
trying to
God.
take a shot, but it's third down.
Oh my God.
It's been a struggle for him accruing yards in this
That
game passing the
shit,
football.
man.
So there he said, hey, I'm going to try to
How
chuck
the
it
fuck
deep,
am I
but
supposed to
another
stop that?
incompletion.
Has to be a little bit frustrating because of what you just described. It's been a struggle for him here in the second half, hoping for one big shot to get him out of the doldrums.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Check right 54. Right 54. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Yellow. Check. Motion.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Come the fuck on,
In
bruh.
the red zone, the 18-yard line is where they take over. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a
Dean,
spot,
bro.
and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
You gonna slip over that nigga?
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I think in normal situations, most play callers would probably shelve that play in this situation. But down in the red zone, got a little something extra to play with. I like the way that he took a shot and went after it.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's
then
first
Lamar
and goal.
Jackson wants to fucking get injured.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Diving for the end zone. The ball's knocked out. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They come out here in the eye. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes, and across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh my God, he broke Lamar's collarbone, bro. In the Super Bowl. Oh my, I ain't winning this. Ain't no fucking way.
To try here for the extra point. And as the lead is now
ain't no way.
10-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Lamar went down in the fucking... Oh my God. Come on, bro.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Come on. Oh my, catch it. Pick it off. Pick it off, bro.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really, from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult
Niggas
to
don't want
complete
to
a
win.
pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball, that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Diggs. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now here's Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? So they take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right, and you just mentioned it, the defense did it again. They've bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Ready? 70, Indy. Hey, come on now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Just like that. Just like that.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Check 26, check 26. He's checking.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the twins. Watch.
Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
Ready, ready. And over. You must be true. Check. Big trip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout.
Good game, O'Reilly.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee.
And two stop.
Watch the curve. Watch the curve.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
I think it fucked me up on my defense.
Time for this.
I ain't gonna lie to you, I didn't know what to do on
put a
that.
bow on this title bout.
I don't know why we did it, but
He
we
broke
went to
my
their
fucking
final
power.
walkthrough
I
for
know,
some
bro. I'm
reason. And
scared
what
as
did we
fuck.
say? Their last play in walkthrough
Fucked me
was
up,
taking a
man.
knee and celebrating winning a Super Bowl. They wanted that visualization. They did it for real.
Yeah, they just scripted it out. Defense can't stop the clock, and they can watch the final seconds tick. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Fuck, man. Unreal, you fucking me up that game, bro.
Super Bowl champs, the Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are
this dude I picked up out of free and team was the MVP, Jamal Dean.
It has been. Feels like we have been there every step
I was
of the
about
way.
to cut his ass right before the Super Bowl, too.
Doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.
Lamar Jackson's over here standing up. Thought you were hurt, you stupid bitch.
You wish they don't turn, nigga, hurry the fuck up.